Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This one is an update on the COVID-19 videos that I've been doing, and this one is entitled Dominic Cummings, Liar, Criminal or Unfit Parent. So, Dominic Cummings, he's an advisor to the Conservative Party. He helped them to get the Brexit thing put through. He seems to be continually advising Boris Johnson, and as advised during some pretty draconian measures regarding the lockdown during the COVID-19. But in his infinite wisdom, he's seen fit to drive 260 miles up to Durham because him and his wife are exhibiting some COVID-19 symptoms and they wanted their child looked after in the family. Now, that is against all the rules and regulations. I've no doubt there'll be some people out there that would say, well, I would do exactly the same if that was me. But that doesn't make it right, and it isn't right. And when you're advising people to do something, like lockdown, and you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, then you've got to be above reproach. There are people out there who have not spent the final moments with their family, whether they be husband, wife, or, anybody. And they've had to sort of just accept the fact that they've not been able to see him during the final moments. And yet he decides that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. He's not apologised for it. There's no contrition. As I say, Boris Johnson's happy. The Conservative Party are happy, although most of the country seem to be up in arms about it. So as I say, I've called this one, is he a liar, criminal or unfit parent? I'll get to the unfit parent bit in a minute. But he's not a liar because he's told you that's what's happened. Tough if you don't like it. That's more of a problem for you than it is for him. As for a criminal, well, if you've done something that breaks the rules and regulations or the laws and you can be fined for it, that is a criminal act. So he's actually a criminal and he's being supported and backed by the Conservative government, and especially Boris Johnson. But the real gem in all of this is the unfit parent bit, because he also seemed thought he was fit to go and do a 65-mile round trip to Barnard Castle to check his eyesight, apparently. Now, if you go for a driving test, you look at a car that's, say, 30 or 40 yards away, you read the number plate, and that's the end of that. And that tells you roughly where your eyesight is. But he seems to think he's got to drive 30 odd miles to do that, to a beauty spot. And it just happened to be on exactly the same day that it was his wife's birthday. But the really distasteful bit in all of this is the fact that it's up, if his wife wants to get in that car with him and he's not sure about his eyesight, he's going to drive a car and he's not sure about his eyesight. But if his wife wants to get in that car, that's fine. But their child has no say in the matter, right? So he's driving with his wife and child, apparently or supposedly the two most important people in his life, and he's not too sure whether his eyes are right. Right? Now, so it must be risking his child's life. He's got to be risking his child's life. I don't know about you, but if anybody else was risking their child's life, like, the police would be onto him like a shot. And yet he's walked away from this, like as if nothing's happened. Right? And so that's really in bad taste to me. But this is what happens when you have a government and you have a weak opposition that cannot hold that government to account. That government now can do whatever it likes. And this is a classic example of that. No one is going to remove this man from his job unless he seems to think he's fit to do so. Right? And that's not good enough. And you ask yourself, do you know anybody that would get away with risking their child's life? And there, I have to say on that final bit, he is a liar. And he's an unfit parent. And as I've said before in different situations, if you cannot look after your children properly, then you shouldn't have them. Thank you.